Hi there.
Hi.
Hi YouTube. We're talking about genderqueer today.
Yeah, this is from Cottontail Land. We'll introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm T.
I'm JT. And we are both biologically female,
Yes.
but not quite the same in our heads.
Technically, we couldn't be any more different in the way that we view our gender.
Really not.
But the point at the very end of this is the fact that we are roommates and we are best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually like each other. Not like that. But we like each other.
If she went after
Obviously.
chicks, I would totally date her though.
And if I were a lesbian, I would totally date her. But it's just not so. So we're quite happy the way we are. We really are.
I identify as a trans man, which means I am female to male transsexual. Not yet, obviously, but eventually. And you?
I identify myself as a woman, female, girl, whatever you want to call it, physically and mentally, and I can actually describe myself as very, very girly. And I really take being called girly as a compliment.
Yeah. Whereas I kind of grin and bear it, because I have to.
Yeah, shopping with her is a mess. Because we have to shop in the girls section.
I hate shopping.
But she won't wear anything that's too feminine, so we're talking like anything with puffy sleeves, too short, frilly lace, anything.
It's true.
It's really difficult, but I did it.
Like it. So when we decided we were going to, well, we're just to illustrate the differences, when we decided we were going to do this video response, I, of course, sat down and wrote down a plan of what we were going to be doing, plan of action.
But before she did it, she had to finish the work she was doing. And as soon as we decided that we were making a video, the first thing out of my mouth was, yay, I get to go do my hair.
Just to kind of illustrate the differences here.
Yeah.
With the same biological model.
Yeah.
So, as it pertains to genderqueer, which means either to have traits of, to see yourself as neither gender, to see yourself as both genders, to see yourself as one gender mostly with a whole bunch of traits of the other one, that kind of thing, that's all genderqueer. And the roles therein, there were questions about gender roles. I think that's really a one-person thing. It's just whether they decide.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, are we talking about what real gender roles that people consider, or are we talking about stereotypes?
There is a difference.
Because I think you were kind of walking on the line between personalized gender traits and stereotypes. Because if we're talking stereotypes, yeah, she's way over out of stereotype into the gray area that you called it, and I am within the stereotype completely, except for one point.
I want to have babies.
And I don't.
I want progeny. I want to raise them.
So
I want to
she's-
see them and know that they're mine.
She's planning to have 1 to 2 kids and then become a man.
Yep.
And they're going to be raised with a father, not a mother. I, on the other hand, as soon as I reach 30, which is the age that I'm allowed to do it, I'm going to have everything I can removed. Not this and this, but I'm talking like the inner workings. I never want to have babies, ever.
Yeah.
And I don't mind losing what makes me physically a woman. As long as on the outside I still look like a woman, and as long as I can still act like a woman, if I can get rid of it to ensure I don't have kids, or even periods, I am okay with that.
I hate periods.
Everybody hates periods.
There's nothing to make a trans man feel like a woman. Nothing worse than periods.
And there's nothing to make a woman want to be a man than periods.
Periods bane of everyone.
Okay. Even
so,
the men who don't have them.
So with gender roles, it's really a person-to-person basis. I mean, I see myself as a man, or becoming a man, you know, that kind of thing. But I sew, and I bead, and I like creating things.
And she makes girly things.
I like making girly things.
She designs clothing, really cute girly
for
clothing
girls
that I would wear.
I love the idea of dressing girls up and making them really cute and pretty so I can look at them and go like,
And I also enjoy making really cute girly stuff, but I also enjoy wearing it.
And I would enjoy dressing her up, so eventually I'm going to design some clothing for her. That would be awesome.
Plus size models all the way.
So seriously, the gender role issue, I don't think it's as much of an issue as you're making it. It's just kind of I decide I want to do this, or I decide I want to do that.
It's really only an issue to people who care. And, you know, going off of that, I think we should go into reactions. Because you asked about how people reacted. So originally, JT was just going to make this video until we found out that you wanted to know what people on the complete opposite side of the spectrum felt like. So I knew JT when she was girl. We didn't like each other, but I did know her.
When I was still going by my female name, when I hadn't really figured out
she
what
would
the
wear
hell was wrong with
skirts,
me.
she had long hair, she would wear it up, she was a girl. And we really only started becoming close when she decided to become a guy. But that has nothing to do. That was purely on personality. But
I mellowed down a lot.
When I first started knowing her, she was friends with the other Cottontails, who you might know from other videos. And they would constantly refer to her as he, him, blah, 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 blah. But I was never really able to do that. She was still a girl to me. I knew her as a girl. I still call her she and her. I can't call her a he or a him. And I think the reason was I should have gotten on the bandwagon. Everybody was doing it. But I really never felt like they truly felt that way. I deep down kind of thought maybe it was a little bit of a joke to them.
Yeah, I
A little
got that
bit.
too.
Just a little bit. They thought it was funny that she was taking on man traits, like not shaving her pits or her legs, and
It takes too much time and it itches, and I don't.
only wearing a bra when need be, and cutting her hair
Yeah,
short,
uncomfortable.
and acting really manly, and not giving a shit about burping and crap like that. And I really think they were a little bit. They didn't really totally believe it.
It's more
So-
that they were amused.
They were amused by it, but they weren't really embracing it. And so I could never really embrace it. And when we started living together, and I really started living around her, and we actually found out she has an immense amount in common with my boyfriend Sean. They're very identical in the way they act and view life.
Yeah.
And it really started hitting home to me that it's a gradual thing. It's a gradual thing. She still has girl in her.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to call her a her and a she, because that's mostly because I don't think it would make sense to other people if I said my friend, her real name is Allison, his real name is Allison. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it really
So
does.
I still do that, and I still consider her a girl, but I think that I now accept that she's going to become a man, and that her daughter is going to be being raised with a father, and me and Sean as the godparents, I'm probably going to be the closest to the woman aspect in her life. I know that I'm going to be kind of the mother type figure because of just the way I act in response to her being a man. And I'm prepared for that now. I wasn't prepared for that earlier. It really takes living with somebody to stop worrying, because for a while I kept thinking I was slipping up. Oh, I'm supposed to say he, I'm supposed to say him. Oh my god, I'm fucking up. I'm supposed to say JT, not Allison, and all of this shit. And now it's just like, fuck it. First word that comes to mind is what I'm going to use.
Yeah, it really doesn't bother me either way. I mean, a lot of people get up in arms, especially female to males. They get really up in arms about not being treated masculinely. I don't do that. It's too much pressure, and it's really just too much work. I'm really lazy. So it's one of those things where a lot of people take it really seriously, and I just can't do that because I don't take anything seriously.